Welcome back, WNST, Towson, Baltimore, and WNST.net. I have been filling up on the Liberty Pure Solutions water. I really want to thank Doug for sending this down. I'm starting to lose my voice. And just then, Bill Romanowski appears with perfect middle-of-the-day, going over the cliff nutrition to pull me back into Radio Row. What's going on, Romo?
Hey.
Good to see you, brother.
Great day to be alive.
Dude, you made me a milkshake. You always do this. And I don't want to book you in the morning. I need to book you in the afternoon when I need a little shot of Romo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a little lean one at Smoothie King.
Tell everybody about your nutrition stuff, because we're going to talk some football, and I got a whole bunch of 49ers signing the helmet over here.
Wow.
I'm going to have you throw down on that as well for
I will definitely
my friends
do that.
at Sporticulture, so I'm going to do
that.
that.
I'm proud of my team, but I got a great team on the nutrition side. Nutrition 53, our flagship product is Lean One, and we have a buy one get one free at nutrition53.com. It's a fat-burning meal replacement. Lose up to 20 pounds.
That's got
in
peanut butter
1
in
month.
it. Has it got peanut butter in it?
Yeah, that's chocolate peanut butter.
I tasted it. All
How
right,
about
that's good.
that? Yeah, at Smoothie King, they have, Lean One on the menu board at Smoothie King.
Tell me about Lean One, like the science behind it. And
yeah.
You've done this before, but I'm always fascinated because you played the game at a high level, and I know your search for getting better never sort of ends, right?
Number one, lower the calories is one thing I do with it. So I make a good tasting shake with 20 grams of protein, 10 grams of fiber, 17 fruits and vegetable extracts, and 27 vitamins and minerals. Then I put large doses of green coffee bean extract and CLA. And that combination, it turns your body into a fat-burning machine. And when I say lose 20 pounds in a month, that's on the low end of what you'll do. If you're committed to taking a shake or two a day, it literally will melt off you.
What are you doing to stay in shape? I mean, you and your wife are always here at Radio Row.
I swim a mile a day.
Okay.
I lift weights every other day. I do yoga. I walk. That is what I do.
Yoga. Brian Baldinger turned me on to yoga 21 years ago.
Did he?
And it changed my life. I always tell him that. I said I don't know that I would have found yoga on my own.
Yeah.
And I think he's a DDP yoga guy,
Have you done core power?
I have not done core power.
Yeah, I tell you what. It's one of the.
I'm a hot yoga guy.
It's hot yoga.
Yes, yeah.
What I like about it for me is it's fast pace. I'm not a big hold it for a minute, 2 or 3. I don't.
Oh, really?
I don't like the hold part.
You got to move.
I like to be moving and doing different things and getting into different poses. And with core power, they have stuff where you're lifting weights while you're doing poses. So for me it works.
About this game, I mean, we thought Lamar Jackson would be here. We believed the Ravens were going to be here.
I thought they were going to be here.
Every person that has sat in this chair, Luke, has said that. Every single person.
I don't think anyone said, I thought the Chiefs would be here all along. It was all about the Ravens for 3 months.
It was.
And then it was gone in 3 hours.
And you know what? Next year, this is something where Lamar Jackson has got to figure out a way to rewrite that playoff game, because potentially that will be something that haunts him. And I thought with the way he handled the season and the way he grew and he wasn't just a running quarterback.
No.
He was a guy that could read defenses, and he really worked at his craft, his game, and he turned into a pro. But when the game got big and it got tough and it got hard, he didn't come through. And that's just me, having played with the best quarterbacks to ever play this game. Joe Montana, Steve Young, John Elway. I'll throw Rich Gannon in there too.
Sure.
Rich Gannon, in the biggest game of his life, threw 5 interceptions. That's the extreme. So when the game's on the line and the team needs a play, the quarterback has to get it done.
Well, especially when you're behind.
Especially when you're behind. Absolutely.
Bill Romanowski here doing nutrition and smoothie kinging and for this matchup.
Yes.
Pretty good football game, right? I mean, all things aside, these are the best two teams right now. Hard to argue that.
Arguably the best defense versus the best offense. That's kind of how I see it. You definitely have the best quarterback in the National Football League. Lamar Jackson, to me, was up there until, he lost that playoff game, and I think he's got to come back to prove himself.
We did that last year.
He did.
Yeah.
No, he did, and he's going to have to do it again. So, but with that being said, Patrick Mahomes is really good at what he does, and he's going up against the best defensive front, I think, in the National Football League. And I think the 49ers have got their hands full. I really do. With the speed that they have, Andy Reid is a phenomenal player. I played with the 49ers. I want them to win.
Yeah.
And I went to the 2 playoff games, and I saw them beat Carolina during the regular season. So the electricity around the Niners, I tell you what, in the Bay Area was unreal.
And now the Raiders are leaving. I mean,
the Raiders are gone. Niners, it is a Niner city.
Look at
a
how
Niner
excited
Bay
he is.
Area. Oh, man. But I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think the Niners are going to win.
Well, the Niners, it's been rocky for the Niners, right? Like they moved down to Santa Clara. The fan base is pissed. Team stinks. The hardball comes in. They go to a Super Bowl. Then the team stinks again. And Lynch takes over. And then this feels like this ascension happened pretty quickly. Maybe quicker than even guys like you believed it could happen, right?
You know what? I think there's going to be a trend around the National Football League. And I think John Lynch has started that trend, and it seems pretty simple, but for some reason people don't follow it. You build a team through your defensive line. The 49ers, hey, you got to have a quarterback.
Stop the run and then take care of the rest.
But you got to have a dominant defense. They got 5 first-round draft picks on their on their defensive line. And that, to me, sets the tempo for their team. And, I think Jimmy Garoppolo, if the Chiefs get up in this game, it could be a blowout. Because I don't think the 49ers are built to come back. My opinion, I hope I'm wrong.
Well, they ran the ball.
Hey, they can run the ball. But I hope I'm wrong. But if you're behind, you need to throw the football. He threw the ball 8 times in the NFC Championship game.
Didn't need to.
8 times. He probably didn't need to throw those 8.
Well, his arm won't be sore.
You imagine if he would have gone into the NFC Championship game and not thrown the ball once. I think they could have won that game doing that.
The way they ran it?
Yeah.
He said Gale Sayers is what he was saying.
Oh, the scheme. I mean, Raheem Mostert's a great story, but the offensive line and Shanahan's scheme, I think it's masterful.
You're right. And it's the formations that he runs where within that same formation, you could give the ball to 4 different people in some kind of whether it be a reverse, whether it be a run with the running back, whether it be, a receiver coming back around. I mean, the creativity in what Kyle has created, pretty awesome, because I always put myself, when I'm watching, I put myself on defense like, oh, my God, what would I have done there?
Well, what would you do against Lamar Jackson? I mean, Lamar – Greg Roman, the way the offense is structured, it's a different thing.
The closest thing I ever came to a Lamar Jackson, Randall Cunningham.
Okay.
Fairly similar. I think Lamar is probably faster, definitely throws the ball better, but that was back in my era,
Right.
the closest thing.
Right.
And
it was a different kind of week when you had to prepare for him, right?
It was different, and then we had the run and shoot we had to deal with, with Atlanta for a little while. So those were things that, back in the day that your whole defensive game plan shifted around that, and it was hard.
Well, they called it a gimmick then, right?
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's sort of a way of life now when you consider the Chiefs, Houston, where the Ravens are, and probably where the next generation's going to go, right? Defense is going to have to be played differently.
It is. And a lot of times it comes down to who wins the Super Bowl, because we're a copycat league. If the 49ers win, which I pray to God they do, I think you're going to see more of those Kyle Shanahan type of plays. And, people are just going to study his offense and his play calling, and you're going to see a lot of that. Kansas City, they're pretty creative too with Andy Reid.
Yeah, he's not bad.
I mean, but you cannot coach, the way Patrick Mahomes improvises and does things on the run. He's a special guy.
Bill Romanowski here with Smoothie King. And tell everybody where to find all of your Power 53 stuff.
Yeah, nutrition53.com. We have a buy one, get one free this week. And you can get our lean one, our fat-burning meal replacement, and get another one. And like I said, I just want to help people get healthier, help lean them down. We also have a brain-focused product, Neuro One, help them think better. And we have a natural sleep aid called Sleep One, to help them sleep better. And that, to me, is the holy grail. If you're lean, you're thinking good, and you're sleeping good, you're in a good place.
Nutrition53.com, a way to find that? I am losing my voice. Good thing you came along with something cool. Peanut butter and chocolate from Bill Romanowski. We're live on Super Bowl Radio Row. It is Super Bowl 54 coverage, all from the Miami Beach Convention Center. All of it brought to you by our friends at Royal Farms. Liberty Pure. Doug, send some fresh water down here. I can't drink the stuff down here in Florida. Florida water. Thank God for Liberty Pure. We are WNST.net, AM 1570 and WNST Towson, Baltimore, and we never stop talking Baltimore sports.